The judicial contestation program is an independent program entirely administered separate from the government, from political engagement. They are there to support Canadians who are defending their charter rights, and I'm confident that process is unfolding independently as it should.
That's Prime Minister Justin Trudeau defending earlier today the Court Challenges program. That program has awarded the English Montreal School Board $125,000 to challenge Quebec's Bill 21. That's the religious symbols ban. The Quebec government and the Bloc Québécois say it's not right that Quebecers' tax dollars are being used to fight the law that they say has broad support. The federal government says the program, as you heard there, is independent of Ottawa's influence. Yves-Francois Blanchet is the leader of the Bloc Québécois. He joins us now from the foyer of the House of Commons. Hi, Mr. Blanchet. Nice to see you. Thanks for your time.
Good evening.
So the federal government, as you heard the Prime Minister say there, said this isn't their decision. It's an independent body administered by the University of Ottawa. A panel, an expert panel, makes the decision. Why are you so intent on blaming them if it wasn't them who made the choice?
I do not believe that the government is so easily entitled to hide behind so-called independence of this institution. It's not a bad thing in itself. He created something that could provide some financial help to small organizations that might need those resources, in order to protect, defend, or make representations according some rights. Here we have something quite different. We have a huge organization, which is English Montreal School Board. It has a budget of $350 million a year. It does not require federal help in order to do or to go on or not with this challenge in court. It has even put some money aside in order to achieve that. What I say is that a citizen, a group, an institution has the right to disagree with the law. It has a right to challenge the law in court. What we cannot accept, and we've been saying that for a whole year now, is when the government is taking Quebec taxpayers' money to challenge a law which is largely approved by Quebec citizens and people. This is what we do not agree with, and I do not believe that the government who created that thing, then the Conservatives ended it, and then the Liberals put it in place again. They did choose the rules, and they themselves said that an organization,
what proof do you
asking
have?
for some money had to be small and somewhat poor, which is not the case.
What proof do you have, though, that this board isn't independent? I look through the people who are on the expert panel where language issues are concerned. Every single person on the board is a Francophone.
I have a problem with something. The whole day it's been the same thing, and with the Prime Minister it's been the same thing. The whole debate is either this thing is independent or not. This is not the issue. The issue is it relevant? Whatever the way, whatever the tool, whatever the organization and institution which has been created for whatever purpose, that's not the point. The point is, how could we accept that through such a channel our money as Quebec citizens is used against a Quebec entirely legitimate law? This is what we do not accept. And when the Prime Minister, which is supposed to govern that country, creates an institution and allows it to do indirectly what is not supposed to be done directly, he is hiding behind it. And that is not the issue here.
It's my understanding, fine, if you want to talk about the program, it's my understanding, is designed to, as you said, aid groups which are fighting
groups,
or groups that are fighting for minority language rights. That's the specific decision. In fact, most of the money has been used for those minority rights when they're Francophone rights outside of Quebec. So is it your belief that the money should not be used for any of that either?
That's another process which I've been seeing the whole day. They've done this and that, which is good, so they're good. I did not say, not even once, that all what they did is wrong. All I say is that in this specific case, they are giving money to an institution which does not need it and which is almost entirely financed by Quebec government and Quebecers' taxes, and they will take that money and some of it which they have themselves put aside to challenge the law. This is the issue I raised, not how this committee and program was created. This is not the issue.
With respect, Mr. Blanchet, the argument that you're making is that the federal government is wading into and spending taxpayer money on things that they should not be. So at its heart, you are saying that the federal government is in charge of this decision making. And I'm just challenging you on that notion because according to the way the program works, they've also made decisions that benefit Francophones as well.
If they've done something right, I'm glad. In this specific instance, they're doing something wrong. And that's it. And the issue I am raising is that question. Did they give money to an organization that should not, according to their own rules, receive that amount of money? And I do not, if many people seem to want me to do that, I do not want to play the game of discussing about the independence or not the independence. This is not the issue. $125,000 has been provided to an organization that does not need it.
But you're making an issue with respect. You're saying it's the federal government making this choice.
Yeah, I'm making an issue. That's my job, making an issue with this. Because this is what we said for a whole year, that we would not tolerate that. And the government is, giving that money to an organization which has already a budget of more than $350 million a year.
Do you want them to remove that money? Do you want them to intervene and remove it?
Listen, giving that money to those people is, provocation. And I want them to find a way to get the money back. That's real. That's true.
And how do you propose they do that? And would that not impede the mandate or the expectation of the group?
Most of the time, when we raise an issue, we tend to come with a possible solution. And in the coming days, I guess that we will come with a possible solution to that.
Well, we'll be waiting to hear it and hope to speak to you again then. Thank you, Mr. Blanchet. Appreciate your time this evening. Bloc Québécois leader Yves-François Blanchet. Hi, I'm Vashi Capellos, host of Power in Politics. See more of our show by subscribing to the CBC News channel or click the link for another video.